Hi, it's Rich Miranda of Zahn Dental. For our laboratory customers, our laboratory owners, our laboratory leaders, first and foremost, we hope that you, yourselves, your families, your team members are all healthy and safe as we go through this COVID-19 pandemic. Look, we're all working together to survive and get through the pandemic. At Zahn, we have another goal, which is not just to survive, but to help our customers thrive as we emerge on the other side of the COVID-19 pandemic. Our Zahn business is open. You'll see on your screen right now the contact information of all the Zahn leadership. Rita and her team and myself, we're all here for you. Our sales team is also here. We're here to bring you all the information we have from the laboratory side of our business. We're here to bring the information from our dental side of our business as our dentist customers go back to work. We're here to answer questions or find answers to questions for you. And most of all, we're here to listen. If you just need someone to call, talk through, bounce ideas off of, our entire team is here for you today. So please take advantage of that. We want to make sure that as we emerge out of this pandemic and a business starts to reopen, we want you to thrive and be stronger and more successful as we go back to selling and our dentists come back to business. So we're going to have updates like this as many times as needed weekly as new information comes. Today, we're going to focus on the financing side of the business, and we're going to invite our guest, Natalie Westfall, our Vice President of Schein Financial Services. So, again, what's so important right now, besides everyone's health and safety at this moment, is liquidity and cash and getting through this business interruption with the financing you need until the businesses emerge. And today, I'm really happy to say we're joined by Natalie Westfall, our Vice President and leader of our Schein Financial Services group. Hey, Natalie, thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Rich. Glad to be here.
So, I know you and your team have been working around the clock since this started, because not only are you working on our internal programs to help our customers, but you've been tracking and keeping up to date on what's happening externally with the government programs and all that's happening. So maybe we'll start with the government programs for a quick update, and then we'll get into some of our internal vehicles that are available for our customers. We know that the Payroll Protection Program, the PPP, that many of our customers have either applied to or were thinking about applying to, the actual initial amount of $349 billion has been used up as of yesterday, I think.
Yes.
So a couple questions, I guess. Customers who haven't applied yet, should they continue to work on their application?
Yes, Rich. We're really encouraging our customers to continue to, if they're interested in access to the PPP vehicle, then they should continue to apply. There is another $250 billion pending Congress approval right now. So if that funding opens back up, our customers will be, to get in the queue early would be really in their best interest, because there's really been a massive demand for this product, and even that $250 billion, if it gets approved, probably won't be enough to support the demand that's out there. So getting in the queue, getting all of their paperwork submitted will really help them, help their chances to get some of that funding.
That sounds right. And we know that, again, we're talking to a lot of our customers every day, that many customers were really seeking multiple avenues of financing, right? So whatever they could get from the different government programs, but then also what's available from some of their supplier partners like Schein. Maybe we can talk through a little bit some of the vehicles that we've been working on. Now, our customers know you and your team from years of working together on equipment and setting up their labs and furniture and really helping them finance all their capital needs in their business. But I know that your team, during this pandemic especially, went and did some unique work to come up with some programs for our customers. So maybe we could talk a little bit about those. One of the programs is a unique merchandise financing program. So maybe you can give a little bit of an overview of that program.
Sure, absolutely, Rich. So when we looked at what our customers need from us right now, we broke it into three different areas. Merchandise financing, maybe for some existing balances that they owe to Schein for past purchases prior to the pandemic, as well as future purchases. We also have, as you mentioned, worked with a lot of customers over the years who have existing loans and leases that needed some relief on those agreements that they had, as well as those customers that are thinking forward and what happens when we get through this pandemic. When we talk about the merchandise program, this is really something that's not been really utilized in the past, but we're offering customers 1 to 3 year terms for merchandise balances up to $50,000 at very competitive rates. So to help them preserve their cash flow, this has really been a very helpful program for our customers. As far as customers who have existing loans or leases with Henry Schein Financial Services that they're already actively making payments on, we're actually giving those customers up to a 90-day deferral on their payments. So those 3 payments will just get moved to the end of their agreement. That's helping out with a lot of cash flow right now. As this pandemic continues, hopefully the 90 days is all that anybody needs, but our lenders are planning on actively working with our customers, depending on how long this goes, to make sure that we're doing the right thing and helping support them. And then looking forward, for all of our customers who are using some of this downtime to think about, what they want their businesses to look like when we're through this. They may be thinking about new equipment and technology and other types of investments and other ways to revitalize their businesses, digital and whatnot. We plan on offering a lot of creative programs there too. So, no money down, 6 months without any payments, and then we have, 6 months at $99. So for that first year, they really won't have any material payments coming due to a lender for any new purchases that they make, which will help their cash flow substantially. In addition, they would be eligible for the most businesses anyway, would be eligible for the Section 179 deduction, and they would get the tax benefit for next year as well. Because I think, even though, we're only, several weeks into this so far, I think the impact on our customers' cash flow will last a while after that.
Yeah.
In addition to that, Henry Schein, we also have a couple of other programs that a lot of our customers are taking advantage of. We have a Henry Schein credit card that is offering new customers 0% for 6 months, and then they'll get 2% cash back in the form of a check or in the form of a rebate if they use that for Henry Schein purchases. So they could also use that if they have some merchandise balances that they want to clear up. They could use the new credit card and get 2% cash back on that, which is also very helpful.
And I know about all these individual programs, but when you put it all together like that, I didn't realize how many different vehicles we have. So it really does make sense. Again, these are tools for our customers. If they need them and want them, they're here for them to use. If they have other means, that's great also. We're okay either way, but we want to make sure they know these are available. So it really makes sense for our customers to really spend time with our sales reps, who then can connect to your team and go through these vehicles with our customers. I want to go back to the merchandise program for a second.
Sure.
First of all, the application itself is what? Is it a long application, a short application?
It's pretty quick. It's really name, address, social security number, business address, and then the balance that they need financed up to $50,000.
Okay, and no collateral, no financial statements for that?
No, as long as the credit is acceptable, that is really done just based on an application-only basis. And merchandise, they're really, there's no long-term collateral needed. There's no liens on the practice or anything. It's very straightforward.
And how long approximately, if once they get it in, if everything is good and it works, how long would it take to get that available?
Usually the funding is available in 24 to 48 hours tops.
Great.
So,
Great.
it does require the application, and then they do have to sign an agreement after that. But, all of that usually takes it's very quick, 24 to 48 hours.
So they can use some of that for some of the more recent open invoices, things they might have purchased from us in late February and March. And then some or all of the balance can be used for new purchases as we come back out and get ready to go back to business.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
It's
Yes.
a great vehicle. So appreciate it. So for our customers, I think the real thought here is we're here to help. We have an entire financial services team. I know you guys are, like I said, working day and night to talk to our customers. Our The Zahn sales team is understands these programs and are ready really to bridge with our customers to your team to work on all this and see what's available and get them access to funds, which are, there can't be anything more critical right now than, number one is health, but number two is cash, right? So
Right.
cash is very, very important. And we'll close with this, which is literally every day information is changing, programs are changing, whether they're government policies, whether it's how do we go back to business, and even some of our own internal programs can change from time to time. So we will make sure, just like we did here, as often as we need to get on and do a video to update the customers about what's happening. I know you're always available, which we really, really appreciate you and your team. And we'll be back to them with any new information on financing. Again, if it changes tomorrow, we'll be back together on Monday or sometime next week and the week after. We're also going to have similar information and guests and videos as it relates to our dentist customers coming back and what's happening with our dentists coming back and what do the dentists need to do to come back and how do the laboratory customers work with the dentists to come back. So stay tuned to our lab customers. We'll bring as much information as we can and as quickly as we can. And Natalie, to you and your team, we really appreciate all that you're doing for our customers, and thanks so much for being with us today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks.
Stay
Have a
safe.
great day.
You too. Thanks.